Right, a few things before we start. First of all, I am extremely hungover. I had a Halloween party last night where I was dressed as a mummy and I was drinking vodka, and then vodka obviously comes and hits you over the head with a brick from behind, as we've all experienced that. And so I'm in a bit of a delicate state today. Second of all, I haven't showered, but that's fine because you can't smell anything. I just have to smell myself, but just adds to my little bit of rugged nature. Look at this! Thirdly, it is really windy outside, so that explains why you might be hearing things that may sound like there's a coven next door. And fourthly, no, it's just three things. We can move on. I want to talk about something years and years ago that I've experienced, that a lot of gay people have experienced, and it was the fact that around the time that I came out, a lot of people said to me, "Oh, I didn't pick that you were gay." And on first, sort of on face value, that was kind of good in a way, because I'd always tried to hide it. I didn't, make myself really open and obvious to people on who I was, because I didn't want people, talking behind my back and saying, "Oh, he's it." No one really picked it. But as time went on, I realized that that statement is actually really quite upsetting to myself and a lot of other people, because it says something really kind of bad about society. People would say to me, "You didn't come across as gay," which highlights a fundamental problem. People don't seem to realize that gay people are everywhere, and you don't see them because you're not looking for that particular type of personality. Most people have this stereotypical view of a gay person that's super flamboyant, super feminine, dresses very different, is good at fashion, listens to Lady Gaga, all this crap. But the vast majority of people that I know do not subscribe to that stereotype. There are a group of gay guys I know who all go and do, activities together. They go to festivals, they go to days out, they go to bars, and you would not know just by looking at them that every single one of them is gay. The only reason you'd know is if two of them were holding hands. And they don't see it because they have an idea of what being gay and being straight are like in their head, but they're completely wrong. Yes, of course, there are people in the gay community that are much more feminine, that are much more open. There are people in the gay community that are much more sort of straight acting. Such a ridiculous term, but I'm going to use it for this purpose. Just like in the heterosexual community, there are people that are quite feminine and quite metrosexual is what they call it. I mean, look at comedian Michael McIntyre. He's like the campest person on earth. He's married with kids and very straight. But is it people's fault for thinking like this, or is it society's fault? Because what it shows is that people have an idea of what a gay person should be, and they only see those people on the street because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that particular type of personality. So, oh, look, there's that person's probably gay over there. Despite the fact that there's probably at least heaps more, in a crowd of people, heaps more people that are gay, but you just haven't noticed them because they're not acting in that sort of backward way that you've got in your head. Maybe it's got to do with the way that gay people are depicted in media. I know that this is changing in TV shows and stuff, but there are some TV shows that still depict them in a really terrible way. I think this is one of the reasons why I don't like Modern Family, the show. I know it's a very popular show. I applaud it for many other reasons, but I don't watch it because I think that the gay people depicted in that show are so stereotypical, and it frustrates me watching it. It really frustrates me watching it. So hence, going back to when people said, "Oh, I didn't pick that you were gay," when I started to interact more and more with other gay people and realized that people can just be anything, and there were so many that I didn't know that were probably around me anyway, because even I harbored that opinion. Even I was someone that sort of looked for that feminine type, but realized how wrong I was. And I think a lot of people around me at that time, when I started introducing them to new gay friends, they then realized how wrong that they were, because they're everywhere, and you don't even realize. It's this weird mindset that you have to be that way to be gay, that everyone is attracted to the opposite gender, and if you're acting as a male should act, then you should be straight. That's this weird mindset. And the point that I want to make is that anyone can be gay. It doesn't matter what your personality is. Anyone can be gay, anyone can be straight, anyone could be a lesbian, anyone could be transgender, bisexual, asexual, whatever it may be. There is no absolute personality type you need to subscribe to. Please don't put a blanket over everyone saying, "Well, if you don't act like this stereotypical feminine gay, you must be straight." That's just rubbish, and you're reinforcing a discourse and a way of language and a way of thinking that is really outdated and puts a lot of pressure on people, particularly when they're just being themselves, and you're thinking, "Oh, well, they have to be this way, or they're going to be this way." Maybe this is just a really big rant that's not making sense. Please tell me if it is making sense. Write a comment below. Have you experienced this? Have you been the person to think that people should be a particular way because you see them in the street or you see them depicted in media? Have you been around other people and told them off and told them the way that they should be seeing the world, etc, etc, etc? Let me know down below. I find this being a very interesting topic. I've got a weird relationship with stereotypes because obviously they serve a really good purpose in a lot of ways, but they also can be really quite debilitating. This is a key example. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, hopefully I'm not hungover, and that's a wrap.